Hey, I'm Anthony.
Yo, I'm Bobby Hoses.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And you're watching
And you're watching
Fifth Round Podcast.
Fifth Round Podcast.
the Fifth Round Podcast.
Hi there. Oh, cut.
Derek Brunson, number 4 middleweight contender versus the number 3 Jared the Killer Gorilla Cannonier. It's a big fight for the middleweight division. The winner could obviously face the winner of Israel versus Bobby Knuckles.
I think it will.
I don't see any other clear contenders in the division. They're both on some very hot win streaks right now. So, other than Cannonier's loss to Whitaker, but
So, Cannonier has that orthodox stance that throws off fighters, but how well-rounded is Derek Brunson?
he is. He's started to improve on the stand-up a lot lately. He's not just a shoot for the legs wrestler anymore.
He can wrestle you, he can strike you, he can KO you, and he can submit you.
100%. And not for nothing, but Derek Brunson is on a 5-fight win streak right now. He's won 5 out of his last 5. The one thing that I do worry about though is most of his fights that he has lost are usually by knockout. 5 out of the 7 fights that he lost are by knockout. So fighting someone like Jared Cannonier, it's going to be a rough one for him.
Cannonier, too, that's fought a plethora of fighters. You name them, he's fought them.
100%.
Both of them.
Reyes, Silva, Hermanson, Blachowicz, Gaslam, Whitaker.
Yep. And the craziest part about, Jared Cannonier is the people that he's lost to. I mean, 3 of them are the top light heavyweights in the division. Who do you got here? You got Reyes, Blachowicz, and Teixeira, right? You got Teixeira, who is the title holder right now. You got Blachowicz, who was the title holder, and Reyes, who, just barely missed the title,
2 close fights.
Yeah.
For the title, yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
The rankings get kind of tight when you get in that division up towards the top. It just kind of tightens up.
Because Vittori already lost twice.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa hasn't done too well after losing to Israel, and he lost to Vittori. So it's kind of like they've all fought each other. At this
No
point.
choice but to lap people,
And that's what Israel said he wants to do. Is he said he wants to set a new standard and lap everybody in the division again.
Yeah. Not to get off topic, but the one thing that Israel was saying though was that he was getting bored. He's getting bored running through everybody else in the weight class right now.
I think that's why he switched divisions, and he was getting bored. I mean,
Maybe he goes back up. If Jared Cannonier is the only person he hasn't really fought in there that would be worthy of it.
Yep.
To be honest,
Right.
Yep.
I mean, he's got that one-punch knockout power, but is that going to be enough to go up against Israel? I think it'd be just a little too technical.
Yeah, and on his background, Jared Cannonier won 4 out of his last 5 fights, 3 of them by TKO. And he's only lost to the very best. The only person he's lost to in the last 5 fights was Whitaker. That's it.
He's not a decision fighter.
Nope.
Not a decision fighter at all.
who do you got winning this fight?
It's a tight one, to be quite honest with you. I personally think that Jared Cannonier is going to win by TKO decision. TKO. But if Brunson wins, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, when we were talking about doing this fight prediction, I didn't know who to pick. It was 50-50. You could flip a coin, and I would say, all right.
It is tough.
I would
It's
say,
who
okay.
I want and who I think.
Right.
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 I'm gonna have to back him up there, and it might just more be that I want Jared Cannonier to win, just so it's new, fresh blood. I think he would get a title shot with a TKO victory. I might have to say decision though, right after saying he's not a decision fighter, just because Blonde Brunson has elevated his game, and I think it'll be a lot of scrambling. But I think that Jared Cannonier is just going to be a little too strong for him. But will he have the endurance to keep him off of him for the full 3 rounds? Weird, but I'm going to go Cannonier decision.
I'm going to back you up on one of those. I think it's going to go to decision. But when you look at the stats on these guys, they're like identical. Like these guys' stats. They were supposed to fight last month, and that got postponed, and here we are. I got Derek Brunson. by decision.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think it's going to go the distance. I think it's going to be a very paced out fight. And I got Brunson. He's gonna.
The first round will be very telltale of how the rest of the fight's going to go.
Yeah.
I think if Brunson can get a hold of him quickly, and if Brunson gets him down and gets around in, I think that might push Cannonier to maybe try to push the pace and go for a knockout, and maybe that'll be all Brunson needs to be able to get in there with some wrestling and bring it to a decision.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a knockout.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Who
yeah, I would love to see a knockout. I think Cannonier can do it, but Cannonier
fair.
also hasn't shown that he has the best gas tank. And out of Derek Brunson, if you look at his stats, I mean, 7 out of his 23 wins that he has are by decision. Jared Cannonier has only won 3 that have gone to decision. So
I mean, look at Brunson's last 5 in a row. I mean, it was decision, TKO, submission.
Yep.
So you're onto something.
Yeah, the submission against Till, I was surprised.
Yeah, he pulled it off. It was good. It was good.
I think that Whitaker knee stomp changed Till's career a little bit. I hate to say it's a dirty move, but he didn't look the same. He just kind of held on to Brunson that entire fight, and Brunson didn't really have problems getting him down, which was
Nah.
shocking.
Cannonier, Brunson.
Yep.
See what happens.
we'll see it when it comes out. We'll see you guys.
See ya. We have Derek Brunson, number 4, middleweight. We have. All right.